Hello, Herb Rally friends. This is Erika Galentin, clinical herbalist and creatrix at Sovereignty Herbs. And Mason and Amanda are the coolest folks for letting me hop on here today to share with you something I am really excited about. And that is our upcoming Nurtured Herbal Practitioner Retreat. At Sovereignty Herbs, we believe the world needs more clinical herbalists who are thriving in their practices, and that collaboration and community can lift us up to rise together in our profession. Whether you are a student of clinical herbalism transitioning into becoming a practitioner, or a seasoned clinical herbalist with years of practice experience, we invite you to come rest, reflect, and rekindle yourself in community with other clinical herbalism practitioners at the stunning United Plant Savers Botanical Sanctuary, April 23rd through 28th, during Appalachia's peak woodland medicinal herb and wildflower season. During this 5-day retreat, participants are going to have the opportunity to enjoy some pretty cool workshops as well as additional activities. In fact, we have 3 core workshops planned over the course of the 5 days. The first core workshop is going to be taught by myself, and that is Herbalist as Wounded Healer. So we're going to be starting our week together, looking into this kind of idea of self-reflection and exploring this incredible, almost alchemical journey of transformation that is the journey of the herbalist. The second core workshop we have during the week is going to be led by our friend Camille Freeman. Really excited about this, that she's joining us for this week. And her workshop is called Creating and Connecting Authentically, a writing workshop. And she's really going to be guiding us through some hands-on exercises to really help hone in our communications, especially our writing communications and our ways of connecting directly with our ideal clients and students. So this is just a really wonderful offering that she's bringing to the table. And we've also invited our dear friend, Christina Providence from the Providence Method, to teach us some skills and some perspectives surrounding embodied entrepreneurship. Because, running a clinical practice is running a business. And so she's going to be teaching a core workshop, Welcoming Financial Freedom Without Losing Your Soul. So those are kind of some of the core teachings for the week. Really excited about that. In addition to these core workshops, we've also scheduled in something that I like to call buzz sessions. So this is kind of these roundtable opportunities to sit down and gather as a group to have an open discussion about some pretty hardcore things that we come up with during our clinical days by ourselves in the grind. So, we're going to be focusing on inspirational discussion and collaborative problem solving surrounding really key themes like navigating burnout, maintaining core values and business practices, and facing our fears within our clinical careers. In addition to these buzz sessions, there are also a couple of scheduled guided medicinal plant hikes. So I'm going to be offering these guided hikes through the sanctuary to traverse the magnificent displays of at-risk medicinal plants that are going to be pretty much in full pizzazz during this week. So this includes our trilliums and blue and black cohosh. We'll see some American ginseng, even false unicorn root. And for any of you who have got to spend some time with me out in the woods, you know that this is my element. And so we are just going to be footloose and fancy free out there in this amazing landscape, in this amazing forest, looking at these beloved woodland medicinals. We've also scheduled in some joy-building activities and revelries. We have a couple of gatherings or optional, bonus activities, including a movie night. We're going to do a botanical perfume blending evening. We're also going to be doing a flower essence blend creation evening, as well as a belly dance class, which we're really excited about. Our friends from Columbus at Sacred Shimmy are going to come down and teach us all how to shake it, shake it, shake it. And then on top of that, it's just going to be lovely evening bonfires and wonderful discussions, and, people are welcome to bring their instruments and their voices and just enjoy yourselves in the evenings. And then, of course, one of the key themes of this whole retreat, rest, and especially rest in the face of burnout. So we have scheduled in plenty of rest and relaxation time. And you can walk around the sanctuary on your own. You can peruse the Jim Duke Library in the Center for Medicinal Plant Conservation. You can swim in Hart Pond. For any of you who've not been to United Plant Savers Botanical Sanctuary, there is a very healing pond there called Hart Pond, which is lovely to swim in. And you can even just, find plenty of quiet space just to hang a hammock or roll out your sleeping bag or sit in a chair and take lots of naps. So I've had lots of really great chats. I've had people emailing me and setting up calls. So, if you're not sure whether or not this is the right investment for you, you can always reach out to me via email, and we can set up a call and have a chat. I'm happy to answer your questions. But there have been a couple of very key questions that have been coming across that I thought I would just kind of answer in this quick little podcast. And the first one is, what is the point of the Nurtured Herbal Practitioner Retreat anyway? And so, if we were all sitting around a fire together and I was to ask, how many of you experience burnout, self-doubt, fear of failure, feelings of inadequacy, imposter syndrome? I wonder how many of us would raise our hands. I know that I would. And if I were to follow up with the questions, how many of you often feel like you don't have anyone to talk to about these unique challenges we face as herbalists? How many of you feel isolated in your work? Again, I don't think I would be alone in raising my hand. And so this is the point of the Nurtured Herbal Practitioner Retreat. Feeling alone and isolated, yet trying to stay focused and inspired on this potent journey of herbal practitionerhood is a shared experience amongst so many of us, yet so many of us remain unconnected to one another. So holding space for others in our work as herbalists can be super draining, and it can lead to burnout, especially if we are unable to fill our own cups with inspiration and community support. So this is the heart fire of why we have put together the Nurtured Herbal Practitioner Retreat. Another super important question that I've been asked about this is, how do I know if I belong at the Nurtured Herbal Practitioner Retreat? And so I have a couple of questions here that you can ask yourself. And if you answer yes to any of these questions, you should totally come hang out with us at United Plant Savers. So the first question is, are you a student or graduate of a clinical herbalism program, internship, or apprenticeship who is committed to your journey into clinical practice? Okay, so if that's a yes, you should come on, join us. Are you a seedling clinical herbal practitioner in practice for less than a year? If that's you, then you should totally come and join us. Are you an established herbal practitioner looking for fresh inspiration and ideas for evolving your clinical career? Are you an herbal practitioner who has taken a pause in clinical practice and is thinking about returning to or renewing their practice? Then you should come on visit us. Hang out at the United Plant Savers Sanctuary. Are you an herbalist who is growing their clinical practice into a larger part of their existing business? Or are you an LDN, LMT, RN, NP, ND, or CNM that wants to place herbalism front and center into your existing modality or profession? If any of these questions can be answered with a yes, then you will most certainly find a sense of belonging at the Nurtured Herbal Practitioner Retreat. And the last question that I have been getting from folks in my phone calls and in emails is, what exactly am I going to gain from making this investment in myself? And that is what it is. It is definitely an investment that you are making in yourself. So this is how I've been answering that. During this 5-day retreat, not only will you find inspiration and nourishment for your passion and evolution as an herbal practitioner, as well as gain community and a supportive network of peers. You will also have the epic opportunity to rekindle yourself at the iconic United Plant Savers Goldenseal Botanical Sanctuary during peak woodland, medicinal, and wildflower season. This 370-acre preserve provides the ideal environment to rest and reconnect with ourselves and each other, surrounded by the healing presence of over 600 species of medicinal plants and fungi thriving in their native habitat. During this retreat, you will also gain community, a coming together in community for social and professional support through incredible conversations with your peers, as well as joy-building activities such as botanical perfume blending, belly dancing, and evening bonfires and revelries. You will also gain some alleviation from burnout. So rekindle your passion by illuminating new perspectives about an embodied approach to entrepreneurship and clinical practice through core workshops and roundtable buzz sessions. You'll also gain some rest. Claim space away from the daily grind of Zoom calls, client emails, and digital marketing demands by enjoying downtime to explore the sanctuary, read in the Jim Duke Library at the Center of Medicinal Plant Conservation, swim in Hart Pond, or take lots of hammock naps. And you will also gain connection, reestablishing your relationship to the natural world and the plants as your source of inspiration and purpose through guided medicinal plant hikes or spending time alone in the forest during peak medicinal herb and wildflower season. So I hope that I've been able to share as enthusiastically and inspirationally as possible about our upcoming Nurtured Herbal Practitioner Retreat. Deposits are due by March 1st, but let's hop on a call and have a chat before you make the commitment to signing up. I'm definitely happy to speak to people on the phone as well as correspond by email, so please feel free to reach out. So anyway, thank you for listening. This is Erika Galentin from Sovereignty Herbs signing out for this Herb Rally podcast for today. With a big shout out and a big hug to the Herb Rally community and to Mason and Amanda for holding such amazing space for us as herbalists out here in the wild, wild west of the internet. Lots of love, everyone, and I hope to see you at the retreat.